Wait a minute, do we got a new series? Girl, what you doing? Yes, this is my new series that I'm going to be introducing on YouTube, where I take you through my journey of just literally becoming her. And I kind of want to go through the pillars of what to expect. The reason why I created this series is to basically document me stepping into my full feminine energy, honoring my beauty, my wellness, my journey with, business, motherhood. I am a single mom of one now, so things didn't quite work in that department, but it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I can't really control other people's lives, and if we can do that, then the world will be a much different place. And I don't even think that that is spiritually in alignment to be able to control somebody else's life. So there's that. I want to create a safe space for us to grow together, and I also want you to feel like you can actually gauge your own progress. Define becoming her. What does that mean, Mecyia? What is becoming her? What does her mean? You see this term being used across social medias, especially from the girlies who are leveling up, glowing up their lives, doing their thing. In my version of becoming her, I'm just going to describe the term based off of what I know to be true. It's just simply my personal definition. Being her means confidence. It means walking in the divine. It means resilience. It means beauty, femininity in the most purest form, and knowing when to have stillness in your life to actually magnetize your desired reality right to you and collapse those timelines. So her is understanding how to walk in femininity. It's not just about outer beauty to me, because I feel like outer beauty is just, it's the three-dimensional, inner beauty to me is much, much, much more important, and I aim to have that all of my life. And I don't let any situation that I go through or have been through make me a nasty person or turn my heart cold in a sense to where I feel like I can't open up or be myself again with other individuals. Now, definitely strengthen your boundaries, but don't feel like you can't be yourself with the next person because you've been hurt by another person, etc., etc. And if you really want a short and sweet, compact definition for being her from me, it's just going to simply be about the inner rituals, right? And the mindset shifts that take place internally, okay? Because internally and spiritually is what makes physically. Does that make sense? So like you have your mental, spiritual, and then that projects out into the physical world. So whatever's going on internally and, in the brain and the mind and the body is going to reflect your reality, okay? So I do believe this wholeheartedly. We all have that higher version of ourselves that we're trying to reach. We all have a more refined, more successful version of who we already are, right? You just haven't met her yet, right? You're getting to know her, okay? You got the first name, didn't really get the last name, so you kind of like have to go on a couple dates with yourself to kind of understand, hey, that is a version of me that I should be embodying right now. That's the version of me that I should be living right now at this moment. So moving on, let's set the tone, guys, if you will. Grab a glass of wine, settle in. You can expect beauty rituals, mindset tips, things to shift your day-to-day, showing gratitude, nurturing in areas of self-care, femininity, and just spiritually growing together while we make it through our journeys of building businesses and be entrepreneurs. Or even if you work a 9-to-5 and you're a busy lady, how can you, I'm going to be doing videos like to give tips on how to make your busy day less busy, or where to kind of get in where you fit in, to incorporate things that can really ease your nervous system, because we're all about the nervous system, right? The nervous system is what really triggers our anxiety. It triggers the nail biting. It triggers the PMSing and the, oh my God, and panicking, the self-destruct mode that we can kind of go into sometimes, the emotional irrationalities, right? I'm going to kind of focus on just giving value in those aspects and areas of femininity and womanhood. Where I am right now is I'm back in Chicago. I was living in LA for about 4 years. I am in a space where I am learning the hardest lesson of my life as a woman, to be careful with decisions that you make, because they can cause some emotional baggage to kind of linger in the background, and things that just don't need to be there because they're going to hinder your growth in the future in the background. And by any means, I'm not a perfect person, you know, and I really don't try to play the blame game now. I did in the past, probably, you know what I mean? But now I'm just really focused on my healing. I came back to Chicago a good 94% healed. I can say truly that I'm a good 98% right now. We're almost to the tunnel, guys. As far as business goes, I am working on building a business, an online store. And I'm also, man, I'm in this content game, man. I'm in the content creation space. I've been in the content creation space for about 7 years. It's pretty much been really stop and go with me as far as consistency. And that was something that was really kicking my I'm focused on nurturing my daughter, making sure that she's okay. And I'm focused on building more income and maximizing my income so that she is comfortable. It's not easy when, you know, you physically have to care and do everything and carry the weight of, you know, two parents and you're only one person. So it can get very hectic at times. So, and I'm going to be honest about that. That's just transparency. I feel like women should not have to hide from the reality of what they face in motherhood or single parenthood, just simply put. So if you are a single parent as well, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. If you're just a single parent in general, you deserve to have your moment where you're like, what the entire F-U-C-K is going on. I do have a blog, The Feminine Memoir, so definitely go and check that out. I list other products on there as well, as far as things that you can use for your self-care, your femininity, journals and stuff like that. So yeah, just feel free to check out my blog. I'm going to have that link in the description box so you guys can check that out. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things surrounding like feminine rituals, self-care rituals, things that kind of just make you just relax. Let's just bring the spa to our crib. You know, I'm really not in a space right now to, you know, go to a spa every month, you know, and things like that. So I just bring the spa to me. And me being an esthetician, I always tell people I'm not trying to undercut the industry or nothing like that. But people are still going to be in business regardless at the Beverly Hills, at the Langham, at the Ritz-Carlton spa. All of that is still going to be in business regardless if I'm teaching people how to do their own facials at home and care for their own skin and snatch their own face, regardless. Those things kind of help me be like conscious of like, wait a minute, am I doing what I'm supposed to do, just to keep myself on track? Because the more that I pour into my cup, the more energy that I have for her, the more energy I have for myself in general and other things that I got going on, right? So if I can just give 4 tips right now just to my lovely ladies or people in general who just want to level up their days, you can just incorporate these 4 tips just off of the fly. It will kind of help you feel more at peace with your nervous system and kind of calm in your feminine energy, okay? Number 1, skincare glow. I double cleanse at night and get rid of like extra residue on my face. So you could do a pre-cleanse. Like for example, I have this Dermalogica pre-cleanse. This one I've had for about almost 2 years now. And yeah, almost 2 years now. And this is something that I use before I go in with my actual cleanser. So that's just an example, right? And then once you do that, you will notice a huge difference in how clean your skin feels, but not stripped, because again, you're going to put that moisture back in later. Hair care. So for example, I have a silk press right now, and every night I wrap my silk press. When I get in the shower, I wrap my silk press. I just maintain it. And usually a good silk press lasts me about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks if I have like a dry shampoo in between. So yeah, that's another tip. Like, wrap your hair, care for your hair. You know, I'm Black American. So if you're a Black American girly and you know, or you already know how we coming, babe. Do whatever you got to do to make sure that you are at peace, because our hair can cause us a lot of anxiety as well too. Sometimes you be like fighting with it. It be thick. My hair sometimes be breaking brushes, combs, and child, my hair is short. So imagine when it's long. I told a girl in my comments the other day, I'm going to cry. She started laughing because I'm like, girl, she was like, it's short. And I'm like, yeah, but I know where you coming from. Number 3, gratitude pause. Okay, now this is something that I just now started to incorporate when I came back from Los Angeles. I feel like in the city of angels, a lot can go on. It's a lot of energy out there. I do see myself going back to LA to live on my own, or going somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me. I'm always open to other places. I'm open to Florida. I'm open to Las Vegas, maybe. You know, you just never know. Or even if I touch, you know, now that I'm sitting in stillness and I'm able to actually be like, wait a minute, really look at what's going on around you and process things. I'm learning to be more compassionate in my spiritual journey, and I'm also learning to show gratitude. So every day that I wake up, I say 3 things that I'm grateful for, or I just express my gratitude in any way that I can to the Most High. Sometimes you got to be brought back to your stomping grounds to really be hungry, and I feel like the hunger has came out again. But I think it's different because I'm learning to sit in stillness, not stagnation, because I don't want stillness to get confused with, you know, me promoting being stagnant and not doing anything and just sitting on our ass all day and not doing anything. Absolutely not. I actually do a lot more now that I'm a single parent than I was doing when I had her father. The only thing that's going to charge your desire and actually collapse timelines to get the reality to you is going to be how you emotionally charge internally that reality or that desire. Okay, so that's what I'm learning now. So definitely show gratitude. Whatever you have to do to wind down, light a candle, light a blunt, whatever it is that you do, you know, for my fellas, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm spiritual. I don't believe all trees are bad at all. You know, just know what you're smoking, you know, if you are going to indulge in weed or whatever the case may be, or if you're going to be a microdosing mom, you know, and do your, you know, your shroomies and things of like, you know, things of that sort. You know, just know what you're doing. You know what I mean? But the world is starting to turn into a different place. A lot of things are being looked at in a certain light. So I am not here to say what is right and what is wrong. I'm learning so much spiritually that I am overjoyed with blessings and love and gratitude. So I also just want to leave you ladies here with this. When things seem like they're not working out, when things seem like they're at a standstill, it's not because you feel like you got to work harder, because you don't get the rewards in life based off of who works the hardest. I might argue that you get the rewards based off of who's in alignment, who's more in alignment with what they're asking for. That is truly, honestly, the setup to getting success or abundance or a certain reality. I kind of just want to promise myself one thing, and I'm not going to reveal the promise because the promise has something to do with something that's more sacred to me, but I will be revealing the promise once it's done, because I do believe in don't do early announcements of a lot of things that you have going on, because other people can rub their energy off on it, and they can project and, you know, kind of like put some ill intentions on what you got going on. So never do that. I will always argue to just keep things more sacred and just reserve some things for yourself. I want to make it clear that becoming her is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the person you knew was always there, right? It's the version of yourself that you knew always was inside of you. You just didn't find her yet. If you are new, again, do not be afraid to subscribe. I'm going to be uploading this as much as possible. I wanted to start you guys off with some tips to incorporate, and just let me know in the comments how that goes for you. And I hope this video finds whoever it's meant to find.